Hamish, was it your decision or the club's decision to get this happening?
I think it was more so the club and through my management, but as soon as I heard that the offer was up for grabs, there's certainly no hesitating. Yeah, just wanted to get in and get it done.
What was your first reaction when they told you we've got a 2-year contract?
Yeah, very excited. Obviously, being an Adelaide boy, I don't plan on sort of going anywhere. So really enjoyed my time here so far, and particularly last season as well. So yeah, as soon as the offer was sort of on the table, it was like, grab it while it's there. So yeah, very happy.
Yeah, so was that the biggest factor in wanting to get it done and dusted now?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it can sort of play on your mind a little bit. Can be a burden from time to time, particularly during the season. So you get in, you get it done, and focus on getting the body right and playing good footy from here on in.
Is that more common, do you reckon, these days? Like, all things being equal, you just want to remove any of that speculation, the hoo-ha that goes around people. We saw Buddy last year, Boki a couple of years ago, just remove that factor altogether?
Oh, look, I guess it's probably individualised. It's up to each person the way they want to sort of respond to it all. But yeah, for me it was a pretty simple one. It was just get it out of the way and remove all the speculation or whatever that might come with having not signed. So yes, there's no issues.
Having had the year that you just had, did that make the decision any easier?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, no doubt the decision was certainly a lot easier having the year that we've just had. And I've been here for 5 years now, and last year compared to years previous, you can notice the change, and we've brought in some really fantastic people over the last few years, and that's not just players, but people from the board all the way through the football club, just really hard-working and honest people, and I just want to be a part of that.
What does it say about Port Adelaide that, as a club where apparently no one wanted to play a few years ago, and all these guys, key players, are resigning now? What does it say about the place?
It probably says that in a short amount of time that we've really turned things upside down, and almost from nowhere we've grown this really strong culture and a great place for everyone to work and to get better, and that's the environment we're trying to create. And I guess personally, almost consider myself one of, not the veterans, but I've been here for a few years now, so myself and Brad and Boki and these guys are trying to set that sort of culture and that environment within the football club, and hopefully we're doing the right things. And I think, judging by the results last year, everything's going well, so we'll continue to try and do that.
Was this your best year? Do you feel like it was your best year this year?
Yeah, I probably played the most amount of games that I was sort of satisfied with, I guess, personally. Still a lot of inconsistency in my game, which Ken and I and a few of the other coaching staff have trying to work through and stamp out. So that'll be a massive focus this next season. So, but yeah, in terms of getting out on the track and out on the park game day, it was my best year for sure.
What's the vibe like out on the track, given the season you've come off? I mean, is it similar last year when there was a lot of buzz with new people anyway, or can you feel the difference?
I guess last year with Kenny sort of taking over, there was a lot of new things that we had to learn, and even I look back on what we're doing the same time last year, and I just think that we've progressed so far within a year. Our game plan, our ball movement, all that's evolved so quickly. I think we're in a really strong place, particularly training wise, and guys are really fit at the moment too, coming back from Dubai. Had a lot of guys run PBs in 3K a couple of weeks ago, so that's a really good sign. And I guess the focus for us now is to work really hard over the Christmas period and come back in great condition again to have another crack before NAB Cup.
Mate, how keen are you to take that next step? Obviously, your talent's unquestioned. You're a game breaker. I think your best and fairest placing is 9th this year, I think. So how keen are you to become a top 6 player on a regular basis?
Yeah, I guess I sort of know my ability and what I could potentially be capable of, but potential is one of those words that gets thrown around a fair bit, and I suppose I don't really want to be put in that basket of a guy that had a lot of potential but didn't really use it to his best extent. So I've been working really hard with coaches and other players to find that consistency within my game, and I think it'll come along with just training more often. And the first few years were very interrupted, and it's hard to sort of string a lot of games and training sessions together. So I think the consistency will hopefully come with the more training and games I string together.
So you feel your body's in a shape now where you can do that, like you didn't miss a game through injury this year, so your body's got to that level, and also obviously the tagging, you're better at breaking the tag now than you once were?
Yeah, the body feels really good, and it has for a year or two now, and I think for some guys it probably does take a little bit longer to develop and to get used to AFL football than it does for others, like Ollie and Chad, for example. They've played every game since they've come in, so body feels really good. And in terms of tagging, it's still something I need to work on for sure. I just had a quick chat to Kenny about it, and I need to be more versatile in the way I play, and not necessarily just getting on the outside all the time, get in and try and break the game open on the inside as well. So there's still a lot of work in my game, absolutely.
Where do you want to play most of your footy next year? Right in the midfield or creative halfback type role?
Predominantly in the midfield would be ideal, but having said that, having just spoken to Ken, I need to continue to build the versatility into my game as a halfback and even go forward as well. So, as a midfielder these days, you can't just bank on being a permanent midfielder. You need to be able to go forward and go back and be more versatile. So we'll continue to work on all parts of the game.
It's very competitive for those spots as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we've got a lot of guys in our group capable of going through the midfield. So to have those extra little strings to your bow is very handy. So we'll all continue to work in our games, forward, back, and through the midfield.
It's pretty hot out there. How did that compare to Dubai?
So the Dubai heat was, I think the forecast temperatures were sort of high 20s, mid to high 20s, but actually felt a lot hotter out there. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if it was the turf that we were training on or whatever. I'm not sure what it was, but it felt a lot hotter. But she was pretty warm out there this morning, so it's probably about level, equal terms.
And Jared Pollock's come across and he admitted that he needed to work harder. Have you seen what you need to see from a recruit and someone who says that they need to lift their game? Yeah,
Jared's been really good. He's he's attacked everything we've asked of him. He's naturally probably not the fittest guy. That's no issue as long as he's out there just giving everything a real crack, which he's doing. He's been fantastic. He's been really good in the gym as well, and he's probably needs to put on a little bit of size, which is looks like he's trying really, really hard to do. So, Jared's been fantastic, and he's fitted into the group really well too, which has been great.
Have you noticed that Ken's already getting the best out of him? Because I guess anyone can get the best out of a player. Ken has shown he can do that.
Yeah, I guess Kenny sets really high expectations and standards on all of us, and Jared, on his own admission, said that he needed someone to come in and help him do that, and I think Kenny's done that absolutely. And I think just the way that we sort of train and the intensity that we sort of go about things has probably opened up his eyes a little bit as well. So he's just fit in really well, Jared and Matty White and everyone else that we've brought into the footy club over the last year or two. It's been fantastic.
Who's really catching your eye of the new blokes so far?
Probably Jarman. Yeah, Jarman Impey's the one that he's probably impressed me the most. He's just very, very quick, very agile, smart user with the ball, and can run pretty well as well. He's got a pretty good engine on him, so he's been great so far.
Could be one of those.
I think so. I think physically he's already there. I think even prior to getting drafted, I think he was getting into the weights a fair bit, so he's quite strong upper body. He's got little thin legs, but they certainly get going when he wants to. But I've got no doubt that he could probably come in and play straight away.
Ollie Wines, speaking of the other type of legs, has he gotten lost weight or is he getting bigger? He's massive. I haven't seen him for a while, but has he lost weight or where's he going to get bigger?
No, I don't think Ollie needs to get much bigger at all. No, he's I think. Yeah, I actually made a comment the other day that I think his legs have gotten a little bit slimmer, which might be hard to sort of fathom because they're still like big tree trunks. But yeah, he's going really well again. Just expect nothing less of him. He's just a great runner and a great athlete, and he's going to be super again for us this year, I think.
Heard yesterday, or I think on Monday, about a couple of forwards that Jay Schultz is trying to help mentor and talk about these young guys who've come in. Do you think that injection of youth will help Port Adelaide try and back up making the finals in 2014?
Yeah, I guess I think we've got some reasonable depth up forward. I think now that we've added Mitch Harvey as well into the group this year with John Boy, Butch I should say, and Mason Shaw as well. Schultz really mentoring these guys and turning them into great players is going to be super important for us. And like every team, when you get that injection of youth, it spurs on the rest of the players to get the best out of themselves. So yeah, we've really added a bit of depth this year, I think, and Schultz and the other senior guys will continue to work with these guys to get them up to speed with everything.
Who else do you expect to be announced as signings this week?
I'll leave that to the clues for you guys to find out.
Yeah.